All right, up next, we welcome, oh, he's so eager. Like, I didn't even get through the introduction yet. We welcome Mike LaValley, an architect, writer, and associate at Troutman Associates. Mike is a passionate advocate for mental health in the architecture profession and is known for his weekly newsletter, The Resilient Architect, which shares strategies on overcoming burnout and reclaiming balance in design careers. I also follow Mike on LinkedIn, and I see your posts every now and then, much appreciated. He also served as a board member for the AIA Buffalo Western New York and co-founded the Buffalo Emerging Professionals Committee. Let's welcome Mike as he shares his experience working on the impactful new space for FeedMore Western New York, a space that nourishes both people and community through thoughtful design and logistics.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. My name is Mike LaValley. I'm an architect and project manager at Troutman Associates, and today I'm talking to you about a project that's very near and dear to me, FeedMore Western New York, at their new facility in Hamburg. And I thought, okay, well, we only have 18 slides. This is a really big project, as you'll see. Why don't we just ask 17 questions? So the first question is kind of big. It's how do you solve a problem like hunger? And I think FeedMore is doing a really great job to try to solve that problem. We're going to talk about how FeedMore came together, what it is, how we designed the project to build it for the future, and then ultimately where we are in construction right now so that we can build it to feed more. For anybody who doesn't know what FeedMore is really this merging of two organizations several years ago, already doing great work in the community for 30, 40 years, Meals on Wheels and Food Bank of Western New York. And at some point, I would like to think that they came together and said, you're doing something great. No, wait, you're doing something great. Let's do it together. So there's two ways that they do this every day. Food Bank, sort of distribution, brings like canned goods, boxed goods, things like that, stores them in a warehouse and repackages them to bring them out into the community who needs it. And the other is through a prepared meals program where there's home prepared meals that are then brought out to the community as well. The problem that FeedMore had, which is twofold, I think, is you can imagine these two organizations that have been operating for several years, they live basically in two different buildings, and they want to come together as one. And the other one is the increasing need for being able to feed people in the community. If you can guess, a project like this is a massive undertaking and takes several years. I came on board with Troutman Associates in October 2021, and we went through design in 2 or 3 years, very comprehensive process, and we are now in the sort of second phase of construction. For anybody who's not familiar with where this site is, it's a 74-acre lot on Camp Road, just south of the city, and the idea here is that they're moving a little bit farther south to be able to serve more comprehensively all of central New York in the other counties as well. What would be on the campus? So there's a really big building, which we'll talk about a little bit more, but there's also supporting buildings. And for scale, go Bills, this is Highmark Stadium. And we joke a little bit that the building is 2.5 football fields wide, and we've been talking about that the whole design process. Also to scale, the current buildings, James E. Casey and Holt Street, warehouse and commissaries, you can kind of see the color coordination. Because they're at the same scale, you can kind of see where different pieces are, they're coming into the new facility, and there's about 2x amount of the space that there will be in the new facility. It takes a lot of people to make a building like this, 200,000 square feet. Troutman Associates, all of our engineering consultants and designers, construction management, FeedMore itself, of course, and owner's representative. That's me. I'm not actually looking at the camera, though. So the heart of the project is really, again, that warehouse and the commissary. The benefits that they're going to have in the new facility is a warehouse that's 50 feet tall, all high bay storage. We're talking about 50,000 square feet of just ambient storage, coolers, freezers, and state-of-the-art commissary equipment with another 50,000 square feet. The remaining portion of the building is actually office and what we have been kind of calling the support bar that stitches the three together, the office, the warehouse, and the commissary, with an event center that's attached on to bring more community members into and invite them into the facility to use their resources. A building of this size at 200,000 square feet is not easily constructed, and it would be cost prohibitive to do it out of traditional construction. So the method that we use for this is called pre-engineered metal buildings. It can be anything as simple as a pole barn, or it can be something, a lot of people have driven by really big warehouses. That's normally what the kind of construction is. In the last year, a lot has happened. It went from the open wilderness is what it felt like in July, and there was clearing that was happening for 3 or 4 months. In January, the first amount of steel was delivered, and from this point to this point, the pre-engineered building people are really great. It just kind of explodes and goes up. And this is as of basically a month ago. You can start to see the really form of the commissary, which went first of all the pieces because the commissary itself has the most complicated equipment in the entire building. Here's another mock-up of just sort of what we're doing here. What will the new campus look like? The entire idea of this is to really invite the whole community into the mission of FeedMore. So there's going to be these pops of color for purple and greens and warm colors that are really welcoming, browns, tans, things that are very earthy. And this is a rendering of the main entrance. The idea here is that we have all these different kind of pieces that are coming together, but there's one location where the whole community can kind of enter the building and then go in there from that point to support the kind of mission that's happening at the building. This is the last slide. How can you help? I really would just try to say, go to their website. There are so many more things that I cannot say in 6 minutes about how great this facility is and the kinds of operations that they're doing at FeedMore. So please check it out. It's one of the greatest privileges of my career to work on a project with these great people. So thank you.